Hello, welcome to Kitchen Tech, Elevate Your Cooking. Kitchen Tech is a series of programs designed to show ways in which devices, gadgets, and online information can improve your cooking efficiency and results. This is Mike Edding, and I'll be joined today by my colleague Susan McBride. We are coming to you from Hinsdale Public Library in Hinsdale, Illinois. As many of us are spending more time than usual at home, there are opportunities in the kitchen for you to try new things and expand your repertoire. This Kitchen Tech program will talk about sources of cooking information which can inspire your culinary pursuits. Here are the kinds of information sources we'll be touching on today. First, we will take a look at some food blogs. These sources are regularly updated and can be a great source of recipes. Next, we will touch on some apps you can install on your mobile devices which can help to give you great cooking ideas. In the television world, there are many programs which show chefs or accomplished cooks making mouth-watering dishes. We will touch on some great online sources of cooking videos which show the step-by-step preparation of food. Finally, we take a look at how digital versions of print magazines can make your kitchen sing. The first food blog we'll touch on today is Serious Eats. This blog is the brainchild of Ed Levine, former music producer and writer of 2 books on where to eat in New York City. It launched in 2006 and has been informing curious diners and cooks ever since. Serious Eats may possibly be best known as the blog home of chef and food science guru Kenji Lopez-Alt, whose Food Lab column on the site tries to come up with the ultimate version of various recipes. This isn't surprising, since Kenji worked at a stint at America's Test Kitchen and Cook's Illustrated magazine. Lopez-Alt's cookbook, The Food Lab, has won a James Beard Award. Serious Eats' coverage as a food blog is quite holistic. It takes a look at it from the angle of recipes, product recommendations, and dining guides. I really like this big picture view of food. Recipes are well organized by category and seem geared towards intermediate to experienced cooks. They've released a cookbook entitled Serious Eats, a comprehensive guide to making and eating delicious food wherever you are, which I own. It's an interesting amalgam of cookbook and food-related travel guide, which I recommend.
For many of us who enjoy reading our cookbooks as we would a novel, cooking inspiration is more than just a recipe. Online food blogs tell the story behind the food, and when done well, food blogs are a great place to find true cooking inspiration. Lebovitz.com was launched in 1999, well before blogs were even a thing. Last year, Lebovitz.com was the winner of the first ever Blog of the Decade Award by Saveur magazine. David Lebovitz is an award-winning pastry chef, and while many of the recipes on his blog fall into the dessert category, he also includes savory recipes that are highly diverse, ranging from cassoulet toast to balsamic glazed pork roast to spaghetti pie. His blog contains recipes and instructions for pickling, making cocktails, jams and jellies, spreads and dips, as well as French pastries, ice creams, fruit desserts, cookies and brownies, custards, and even pies and tarts. And despite Lebovitz's roots as a pastry chef, the recipes in his blog are accessible for home cooks and bakers thanks to his focus on using basic, everyday ingredients in his recipes. Unlike other blogs, there are very few filters, and you might spend more time browsing the site to find a recipe that appeals to you. But this is a site worth browsing. The photography is beautiful, and you will find inspiration for recipes that you might never have considered. In addition to being a food blog, Lebovitz writes about travel, and more specifically dining and travel, in beautifully photographed and written stories from destinations such as Vietnam, San Francisco, Lebanon, and Sicily. This is the type of blog that you can get lost in as you travel the world through dining with David Lebovitz.
Smitten Kitchen is the blog home of the delightful and charming Deb Perlman. She launched the site in 2006 and hoped to bring approachable, tested recipes to the public. The site is regularly mentioned as one of the top food blogs around, and she won a 2012 Bloggy Award for being the best in the country. Recipes are organized on the site by keyword tags, which are also separated into dish categories. It makes for an easy-to-navigate experience. You'll find recipes like her famous pizza beans, which she so named as a way to get her picky son to eat. Her blog writing is relatable and funny, and the photography is realistic and unstyled, yet still well produced. Deb has released a couple of cookbooks associated with the site: the Smitten Kitchen Cookbook, Recipes and Wisdom from an Obsessive Home Cook, and Smitten Kitchen Every Day, Triumphant and Unfussy New Recipes. Smitten Kitchen is certainly worth a look.
GiveMeSomeOven.com is a food blog that was created in 2009 by Allie Martin, who is originally from Kansas City but is now living in Barcelona, Spain. Give Me Some Oven reflects Martin's approach to food and cooking, namely a little bit of everything, all things in moderation, all of that good stuff. Most of her recipes are quick, easy, seasonal, and usually lightened up to be more healthy. This is an excellent blog for everyday cooking with well-tested recipes that are not boring or bland. Some of the most recent recipes found in Give Me Some Oven include sesame chicken salad, Swedish cinnamon buns, and lemony lentil soup. Martin shares a story about each recipe along with a professional photograph of the dish, and then walks the readers through the ingredients, giving tips and tricks along the way. By the time you start to prepare a recipe from Give Me Some Oven, you will feel like you have already made it once before, thanks to the careful walkthrough Martin provides in the blog. Give Me Some Oven has a robust filter to make it easy to find a recipe that meets your needs. You can search by course, cooking method, diet, and ingredient. The cooking methods include options for slow cooker, pressure cooker, make ahead, freezer friendly, and no bake, which is particularly useful when you are wanting to cook ahead. There are ads on Give Me Some Oven, but they are carefully placed in such a way that they are not obtrusive and do not interfere with the blog content at all. With Martin's Midwest roots and international living, Give Me Some Oven is a relatable blog that is a great resource when looking for something delicious to make for dinner tonight. Another place to find all kinds of cooking inspiration along with other helpful information is by making use of the dozens of applications available for both iOS and Android devices. There is a wide array of different cooking-oriented apps, and the key to making use of them is to find one that works for you and meets your individual needs. There are apps that include a database of recipes that you can search using filters for specific ingredients, dairy restrictions, or meal. There are also apps that allow you to create your own digital recipe box and weekly meal plan. Supercook is an interesting app, particularly in today's world when we are trying to make fewer trips to the grocery store. You can start by creating a profile so that all of your information is saved. You can then proceed to enter an inventory of all of the ingredients in your pantry and fridge using a preloaded inventory and tapping on what you have on hand. This process was quick and easy and not as daunting as it might seem, thanks to the easy interface of the app. Once your ingredient inventory is complete, Supercook will then generate recipes from your inventory. You are then able to filter the generated recipes by key ingredient, meal type, diet, cuisine, maximum ingredients, or rating. If you have created a profile, you can also save recipes that you enjoy for future use. Another app that you might find helpful and enjoyable to use is Epicurious. Epicurious is beautiful to look at and easy to use. You can toggle through ingredients to find recipe ideas, many of which feature photos of the finished dish and instructional videos to help you along the way. Epicurious has a robust search feature that allows you to filter recipes based on meal, dish type, dietary restrictions, ingredients, cuisine, and even technique. You can then sort your list by the highest rated recipes or even the percentage of users who would make it again. You can use the app with or without signing up, but if you create a profile, you are able to save recipes to a digital recipe box. You can also create a digital shopping list based on the ingredients in the recipe. Yumly is another app with a collection of searchable recipes using ingredients or type of dish as the primary filter. When you enjoy a recipe, you mark it with a yum, which will save it for you for future reference, but will also inform the Yumly database of your tastes so that it can recommend similar recipes to you in the future. The more yums you mark, the better Yumly database can do to make recommendations for your future recipes. Yumly can also shop for ingredients you choose using Instacart. With all of these apps, you can create online accounts to save recipes as well as meal plans and shopping lists to help with the planning.
You might be surprised to learn that the library has a subscription source of videos which can step up your cooking game. Canopy is a service which features a lot of video content, including classic movies, documentaries, and instructional videos. Your library card is preloaded every month with a certain number of Canopy viewing credits. Ordinarily, this number is 5 per month, but during the coronavirus, we have raised the limits to 8 videos per month. This credit varies by library, so check with your own library to see what the limits may be. Canopy has some good cooking instructional videos produced by the Great Courses. You may be familiar with their college lecture series, available on audiobook, CD, and DVD in the library, but they have a good number of their videos available for you to view using Canopy. Some notable examples include The Everyday Gourmet, Rediscovering the Lost Art of Cooking, Cooking with Vegetables, Making Healthy Food Taste Great, and Mediterranean Cooking. Most videos are relatively short, and there is no need to commit to an entire course. Just watch what interests you. Even better, the Great Courses set of videos on Canopy do not currently count against your viewing credits. You can watch as many as you like during the month without worry of running out. Now, finding these courses on the site can be a little tricky. They are filed under the subject Course Instructional Films and Lessons, and the subtopic Food Technology. You can also find titles by company when using a mobile device. Just search for the Great Courses. You'll find listings under the Hobby category. In addition, you can also use the general search box for cooking ingredients, dishes, and topics, but your results will point you to individual lessons rather than the main course page. Canopy is available to use on iOS and Android mobile devices. You can also install it on some streaming devices like the Apple TV. So there are a wide variety of ways in which you can absorb their content and improve your cooking skills.
Perhaps you have checked out a YouTube video to learn how to install a new bath or lighting fixture, or maybe even a paver patio. However, you might not have thought about turning to YouTube when looking for cooking inspiration, but maybe you should. There are several high-quality YouTube channels that demonstrate recipes providing both inspiration and information. Using YouTube allows chefs to demonstrate in real time their recipe preparations or different cooking-related skills. Binging with Babish is a YouTube cooking channel created by American filmmaker Andrew Ray, alias Oliver Babish. For those West Wing fans out there, you will know the name Oliver Babish as the legal counsel for the Bartlett administration. Binging with Babish was originally a YouTube channel that recreated recipes featured in film, television, and video games. While this is a very entertaining aspect of the Binging with Babish YouTube channel, there is also a second series known as Basics with Babish. That series provides step-by-step demonstration and instruction for each video of basic cooking techniques or recipes. In Basics with Babish, Ray will walk you through making the perfect New York-style pizza or homemade pasta in his easy-to-follow video instructions. In addition, Ray has published a highly regarded cookbook which details many of the recipes he demonstrates on his YouTube channel. Another excellent YouTube channel to check out for cooking instruction and even some entertainment is the Bon Appetit channel. There are several different series on this channel, all of which provide well-researched and demonstrated content that will provide inspiration and education for any home cook. From the Test Kitchen is one series in which the entire lineup of on-camera staff and contributors at Bon Appetit appear in more traditionally structured instructional recipe videos. In the Test Kitchen Talks, chefs compete in cooking challenges and answering common cooking questions. In the more entertaining Gourmet Makes, pastry chef Claire Saffitz tries to recreate gourmet versions of popular junk food such as Doritos, Girl Scout cookies, and even Krispy Kreme donuts. The video content of the Bon Appetit YouTube site ranges from demonstrating how to prepare some of the recipes contained in the Bon Appetit magazine to pure entertainment when chefs try to recreate mystery dishes based only on tasting them. One of the most popular sections of the New York Times newspaper is the coveted cooking section. The New York Times Cooking YouTube channel contains videos of New York Times contributors and food columnists demonstrating how to make popular recipes from New York Times Cooking as well as other recipes. This official New York Times production features, quote, all the food that's fit to eat. From classic recipes like macaroni and cheese to more trendy ones like The Stew by Alison Roman, the videos provide an intimate step-by-step look at techniques and offer ingredient substitutions if you don't have something already stocked in your pantry. Given that the New York Times cooking section is behind a paywall online, meaning that you cannot access recipes without subscribing, this YouTube channel gives you access to some of the most popular recipes from the New York Times and takes it a step farther by showing you just how to make them.
Historically, magazines have been one of the primary ways in which home cooks find new ideas. The recipes provided are typically seasonal, approachable, and often accompanied by lovely photographs. All of these things combine to make magazines a great jumping-off place for your next dish. Digital versions of some of these magazines are available with your Hinsdale library card. We are happy to bring you free access to Flipster, a digital magazine service. We subscribe to a number of digital magazines, and each title is converted page by page with all of its copy, photography, and advertisements. The process is designed to recreate the hard copy, but to make it more portable and available wherever you are, including the kitchen. I'm happy to say that while the collection is a fraction of the size of our physical subscriptions, it does contain a number of cooking-related titles. You'll find Bon Appetit, Fine Cooking, Clean Eating, and Eating Well among our digital holdings on Flipster. Not only can you see the most recent issue of our subscribed titles, you will also gain access to older issues of the magazine, dating back to when we first began subscribing to that particular magazine title. When you access an issue, it is downloaded to your device and available to use at any point, whether you are online or not. By bringing your Flipster-equipped tablet or phone into the kitchen, you'll have access to a treasure trove of recipe inspiration. We hope that this presentation has provided you with some tools and sources of information to elevate your cooking. As always, Susan and I are here to answer any questions you may have about this topic or any other related to technology in the kitchen. Feel free to reach out to us via email, and we'll be sure to get back to you promptly. For Kitchen Tech, this has been Mike Edding and Susan McBride of the Hinsdale Public Library. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day.